Hi all, it's Shauna. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I wanted to share an insight with you today that I think is pretty cool and will help you see that maybe your dreams are more possible than you think they are. So the insight comes from the air shows that we have here in Toronto. I love them. Every year I go watch them, even the practice day. You'll find me out there jumping up and down and really loving when the jets fly by. I love every second of it. But the insight came from one day I was standing on my balcony just watching them practice, and where they do their show is not too far from where I live. I can see along the lakeshore where they do the front and center of where the show is. And so they peel around my building and come around back to front and center for the show. And so off they went, and they went around and I couldn't see them. And for a second, even though I knew 100% that these planes were going to come around and be visible again around the edge of my building, my brain doubted it. My brain said, what if they don't come back? What if blah, 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 blah? And it started like, it's impossible that these planes were not going to come back around. They were in formation. They had done it 100 times before. They were coming back towards the show, and yet my brain doubted it. So the insight is, and the thought that came to me was, if our silly brains, they're amazing, but they had their moments when they have glitches that are really critical to our beliefs and our possibilities. If they can think that something might not happen when it's 100% going to happen, and if they have doubts that come up in that moment, then imagine the things that you want you can do that are, that have fears surrounding them, that you do have perhaps rational or irrational doubts about. Of course they're going to come up with doubts. It's like our brains are meant to come up with doubts. It's a protective mechanism. It could be primal. I don't know, and I don't need to know where that comes from. What I do know is that they're not always right. So that's kind of a key thing to realize, that your brain can be throwing doubts at you all day, every day, and it doesn't mean that it's right. It just means that it cannot see what's possible or what's going to happen. So don't let your doubts stop you, because they have nothing to do with actual reality in many cases. I hope you find this helpful, because to me that was a great shift and made me realize there's so much that we can't see in terms of what's possible in our futures. So what if your brain says you can't do it? So what? It's completely irrelevant. So go for it and see what happens. It's the only way to really know what's true for you. That's it. Have a great day. Thank you.